Now, this video is to do some exploration of some of the options that you have for partitioned areas. So I've created a new project. I'm just being very generic, not renaming things at this point. But as you see, I come in and I don't really have my partition area defined yet. So let's just go ahead and do what we've done in the past. Just a simple, well, let's do a 2 by 3 this time. Just a little bit different. And you'll notice that that's got the width by the height. If we wanted to represent it the other way, we can always do that. And then we can go in and we can create partition wall by partition wall. We can just hit populate and that'll create all of them as if they were partition walls. Now it's possible that we have a room where maybe the partition doesn't exist. So maybe for this example, we only have partitions on the sides. This one in the middle doesn't really exist. So we can go up here, click on the remove wall, and come down and select it, and that one's gone. Now it may be also that in some cases we have some fixed walls. Now it's probably not likely in this case, but if it were a fixed wall, we select on the permanent wall icon up here, come down, and we make that a permanent wall, and then it can't be opened or closed. The other thing that can happen, and does happen quite a lot, is that we may have a partition wall that doesn't just come out to the middle, but that one partition wall starts at the one edge and goes all the way across. So to represent that as two partition walls is not accurate. So what we want to do with either one of these is just right click on it and say continue the partition. Down here it would say partition above. But now I've got one partition wall. This one right here can open and close, but this one, when it's open, will never be halfway. It will go all the way, or it'll be open. Now, with this also, you could see that we can take care of a lot of irregular, even if we've got partition walls throughout, we may have some irregular forms, irregular shapes to the walls, and we may want to be able to represent that. So for example, I could come in here and let's just redo this. I'm going to go ahead and do a 4 by a 3, and I'll repopulate it. And then basically what I'm going to do is represent what this room really looks like by dimensions. So I'm going to remove some walls because I've got this big area over here that has no partition in between. Okay, so I got one big room here, and over here I've got these two small rooms. They do exist, but this is a single room. So if we delete that, then I can represent, you see, whatever the configuration of the space may be. And the limitations that we have are 10 by 10. So you've got quite a bit of flexibility to be able to do kind of more of a dimensional representation, so that this is what will show up, remember, whatever you set up here in the graphic for partitioning. So to demonstrate now, like I said, this is what you'll get in the partition graphic. So this is the partition graphic as we see that results from what we just did. Right now all the walls are represented as being open, so I'll represent them as closed, and then you can see that we can select each of these areas.